Most people think it's a nightmare. That's what they're told. That's what they want to believe, because the alternative is harder to accept. Across different countries, cultures, and centuries, people describe seeing the same things while asleep. Not similar things, the same things. They wake up unable to move. Their body feels heavy, their chest feels pressed down, the room looks normal, too normal. And then they notice it, a presence. It doesn't rush, it doesn't attack, it waits. Millions of people report this experience, independently, without knowing each other, without comparing notes. Yet the details repeat with unsettling precision. The inability to move, the feeling of being watched, the certainty that something is in the room, not imagined, not symbolic, present. Many describe a dark figure, not fully formed, more like a silhouette, standing near the bed, or in the corner, or watching from the doorway. Some say it has no face. Others say its face is blurred, or wrong, too flat, too still. The figure doesn't speak, it doesn't move much. Its presence alone is enough. Others describe something sitting on their chest, a weight, a pressure that makes breathing difficult. They are awake. Their eyes are open. They can see their room clearly, but their body won't respond. They try to scream. Nothing comes out. They try to move a finger. Nothing happens. And then fear sets in. Not panic, not screaming terror, a deep, primal fear, the kind that bypasses thought, the kind that feels ancient. People often say the fear doesn't come from the paralysis. It comes from the certainty that they are not alone. Some describe hearing footsteps. Others hear whispering. Some hear nothing at all. Just silence, thick, oppressive, as if sound itself has been turned off. In some cases, the presence feels curious, observant. In others, it feels hostile, predatory. But in most cases, it feels indifferent, as if the person is being observed for reasons they don't understand. One of the most disturbing aspects is consistency. People who have never heard of sleep paralysis describe the same thing, the same posture, the same placement, the same emotional response, a sense of intrusion, of violation. And when it ends, it's abrupt. The weight lifts, the body unlocks, movement returns, the figure is gone, the room is quiet again, normal, as if nothing happened. Many people don't talk about it. They're embarrassed. They assume it was stress, fatigue, a bad dream. But then it happens again and again. Some experience it once in their lifetime. Others experience it regularly. A small percentage experience it dozens of times. Those who experience it repeatedly often report escalation. The presence becomes clearer, more defined, more familiar. Some even recognize it, a recurring figure, a watcher. This is where stories begin to diverge. Some cultures describe the figure as a shadow person. Others call it the night hag. In some traditions, it is described as a demon. In others, a spirit. In modern accounts, many describe it as something less mythical, something technical, as if the brain has glitched. But here's the problem. Hallucinations are not shared, yet the same figure appears again and again across reports. People describe the same hat, the same posture, the same feeling of being examined, even the same distance from the bed. Scientific explanations exist. Sleep paralysis occurs when the brain wakes up before the body does. The dreaming mind overlaps with waking consciousness. The fear response is activated. The brain searches for a threat, and sometimes it creates one. This explanation makes sense, until you look closer, because many people report seeing the presence before fear sets in. They don't panic first, they notice first. Then fear follows. Others report physical sensations, the mattress sinking, a hand touching their leg, breath on their face. These sensations feel external, not imagined. Some describe the presence moving, slowly, deliberately, not like a dream. Dreams are chaotic. These encounters feel controlled, intentional. And then there are the cases that don't fit at all. People who experience the presence while not fully asleep, while resting, while meditating, while drifting. Some report seeing the figure standing in the room while they are awake, fully mobile, fully conscious, only for it to vanish when they blink. Others report seeing it watching them fall asleep, as if waiting for the moment they can no longer move. One Reddit user described it this way: "It felt like something new when I couldn't fight back." Another wrote, "It didn't feel like my mind. It felt like something else was using my mind." Across thousands of reports, one sentence appears again and again: "You're not hallucinating." Not because the experience is paranormal, but because it feels real, more real than dreams, sharper, clearer, as if perception itself has been sharpened. Some researchers believe sleep paralysis reveals a state where the brain becomes hyper-aware, where internal and external boundaries blur, where perception opens. Others believe it's a stress response, a leftover survival mechanism. The brain activates threat detection without motor control. But that still doesn't explain the uniformity. Why the same figures? Why the same behaviors? Why the same emotions? Some theories suggest the presence is the mind observing itself. Others suggest it's the brain misinterpreting its own paralysis as an external force. And then there are theories that go further, that this state isn't creating something, but revealing something. A layer of perception usually blocked, a boundary usually closed. When the body shuts down, the filter weakens, and awareness slips through. These theories remain unproven, controversial, but persistent. Because no matter how much science explains the mechanism, it doesn't erase the experience. People don't forget it. They remember details years later, decades later. They remember exactly where it stood, exactly how it felt, exactly how helpless they were. And that memory lingers. Some people say they learn to fight it. They focus on breathing. They try to move a toe. They force their eyes shut. Others say resistance makes it worse. That acknowledging the presence causes it to feel closer, more attentive, almost curious. A small number of people report something else. Communication, not through words, through thought. A sense of being examined, measured, judged. These reports are rare, but consistent enough to be unsettling. Whatever this experience is, it is one of the most common unexplained human encounters. It doesn't require belief. It doesn't require ritual. It happens to skeptics, scientists, children, adults, across all demographics. The question isn't whether it's real. The question is what real means in this context. Is it the brain malfunctioning? Is it perception misfiring? Or is it a moment when the line between internal and external disappears? And if that line can disappear, what else are we not seeing? Most people who experience it eventually stop talking about it. Not because they forget, but because no explanation satisfies, and because part of them wonders, if it happened once, could it happen again? Tonight, while you sleep.